Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Right, good morning. Opening the day with a normally aspirated Peugeot 205 Rapid Rattler Racing. 11.4 is his personal best. Let's see what we can get. 160 60 foot. 95 in the 8th. And the Rapid Rattler 205 goes through with 11.43 and 118, basically matching his personal best. That's a great start to the morning. Now, run with your brothers that are taking part today, please, when you come down into the pairing lanes. Left lane is for treaded tyres. Right lane is for slick tyres. We're going to try and keep the right lane best as possible by avoiding all the treaded tyres in there. Obviously, if you've got a pair of slicks, you're more than welcome to go into the Kestrel beer lane. But just remember that lane will have plenty of treaded tyres in there, which obviously pull up the glue. All right, Kaz Waterhouse with the Menopause, the Audi TT. She's entered in VW Sportsman in 2 weeks' time at the Festival of Power. This is her very first run with a brand new engine in this car. Basically got hooked because son Chris, who is underneath the tower right now, was having fun with the Audi A3. Then Kaz had a little go in her Audi TT, got fully hooked, and has basically got a built 20-valve turbo engine in there. Now, of course, it is Monday morning. It is Monday Drag Club. If you're watching on the European Front Wheel Drive YouTube channel or our Facebook page, good morning. Let us know where you're watching from. Of course, we thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully you can get yourself joined in to the next one here for the Yam Yam Racing. Yam Yam Racing Drag Group on Facebook. You can find more details about the next 2 days coming up. So today we've got a mix of, well, some street cars, like this Golf GTI, but then we've got a whole load of race cars. It's basically a who's who of who we expect to see at Door Slammers, who have been waiting for today to test their cars, to make sure everything is good before putting their entries in.
Just another precaution, make sure none of these cars come down. Coming sort of take potential car side. Okay. Fine. Bring us another couple up with him, mate. I think the slate's gone on this one. Hello, mate.
Okay, right, thumbs up given to Chris Waterhouse. He's had some monster changes over this winter. The car has already been very, very quick. But brand new engine in there, tuned by Decimal Temps, gearbox by Pro Race Engineering. Going to be doing a nice little checkout pass. Goes from A to B with a nice lazy 1266, 121 miles an hour. Again, don't forget, a lot of these guys and girls that are taking part today, these are their first runs of the season. A lot of people's first passes are going to be nice little checkout passes throughout the day. They'll get quicker and quicker. Remember, we're going all the way till 5 o'clock today. Morning, guys. Annoyingly, I had my iPad up in the tower and I thought it was on charge and it wasn't. It used up 50% of the battery, so I can't plug in the microphone. So you're just going to have to put up with minimal microphone sound, because if I plug in the microphone, it means I can't charge the iPad, which means you won't get much of a stream. So it's one of those. Now, of course, we're running all the way up to 1 o'clock, and then we get a short half-an-hour break, and then we'll continue on until 5 o'clock. Hopefully my iPad might have charged, but unfortunately, because all the electric here at Santa Pod is off a generator, it actually, even though my iPad is charging, I use more battery than it charges, if you get what I mean. Okay, thumbs up. So, Scott Collins' very first run with Adrenaline Rush. Now, the whole of today, he is basically just going to be sorting out the VE table and just basically rolling it from A to B. He said he probably won't even make the quarter mile over 100 miles an hour. Today is all about just getting some numbers and getting some data. That still looks good. So doing 91 of the 8th, he's going to be well past 100. 109, 1344 for Scott Collins, with basically no launch at all. 1277 in the 60 foot. And get some data. Now again, you may notice the scoreboards at the moment. We're missing computer cards out there, so they're basically getting repaired at the moment. So you'll see on the bottom of the boards the time, 1344, and then it will change over to 109 miles an hour. That'll happen all day on both lanes while the cards are away being mended, so they're back ready for the Festival of Power in a couple of weeks here at Santa Pod Raceway.
And you copy. Go ahead.
Right, our Ford Pop. Missing 8 mile data. We got 1153 at 116 miles an hour. I don't know what's going on. Poor old Kieran's not getting any of the action. Pudgy's literally like, I've got every shot so far. Just keep them coming in this lane. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the lanes, you can use the right-hand lane. The right-hand lane is set for slicks. All right, Dominic Calise coming around the corner. And he's going to take nature down there. Okay then. Right, Dominic Caliste with the Corsa. This basically has been built for Street Weekend in June. He's taken on Anthony Mincher with the 20 valve turbo Mark 1 Golf. And it looks like we got 2 slow ones. Right, 14:43 at 78 miles an hour. Unfortunately, Dominic coming to a slow. Is he going to make it to the finish? He's rolling. He should get out and push. Well, he seems to be speeding up, so that's a positive. Right. Our Z20 Lit Astra. Haven't seen this for a while. Oh, there's bits dropping all over the place. Well, thankfully he stopped.
Okay, wait for it.
Well, damn. That was a hop, skip, and a jump off the line for the Astra, unfortunately, and bits dropping down. So hopefully that's just a drive shaft. Anyway, good morning. How's everyone doing that's watching on the live stream, be it our Facebook page, European Front Wheel Drive, or maybe you're watching on our YouTube channel. Please do drop a subscription in there. How are we all doing? Obviously, we just got to retrieve this car, so I might as well talk to you guys for a couple of minutes. If anyone's watching if you're new to European Front Wheel Drive, we do a couple of raffles, one each month. The V2 Pro helmet has actually sold out. We'll be doing that draw, as it says on the screen today at 1 o'clock. So if you've got a ticket for the V2 Pro helmet raffle, we'll be drawing that as we go into lunch break today at 1 o'clock. There are still plenty of tickets available for the second raffle that we've got going on at the moment, which is our EMU Black ECU. Tickets are available for just £5. I think there's well over 150 tickets left before we get that drawn. And then, of course, today we started our latest raffle, which is what we did last year was be our VIP at the biggest event of the year, which is Door Slammers 2023. Of course, we're doing our £10 raffle that we did last year, where you basically get 2 weekend tickets. You get to sit up in the VIP section. We're going to kit you out European front wheel drive gear, and also you get to choose one of the races to get a free entry, or if you're one of the races that's entered, we'll pay your entry. So those are all available in the European front wheel drive shop. You can find the link on our YouTube description, or if you go to our Facebook page, European front wheel drive, if you find about us, or click shop now, that will take you to the shop where you can get all sorts of European front wheel drive goodies that we have. Plenty of t-shirts. We've got a few of the ladies' hoodies in stock. We've only got small blue hoodies in stock at the moment. The next load will be ready, hopefully, for Door Slammers, along with all the other stuff. Again, thank you very much for supporting European front wheel drive. And just keep watching. Do share the streams. Hopefully we'll get a few people watching. Of course, in the coming weeks, Festival of Power, we're going to be back doing the YouTube videos. We're going to be following Terry Newton in the comp eliminator class. Ahmed Jamshed has also entered as well. And we've got Simon Crowley, who you're going to be seeing today as well. All 3 of them are entered in comp eliminator, so we're going to be following them throughout the Festival of Power on the 29th to the 1st of May. Weekend after that, it's time to pack our bags. We're heading to Italy. We're going to Ravazzano. We're going to check out some of the drag racing in Italy over the weekend of the 5th, 6th and 7th of May. So if anyone's watching from Italy and you want some European front-wheel drive merch, bring it over, let us know, and obviously we'll pack it in the bag and bring it over, save you on postage. I'm looking forward to this. Airfield track, but there's some good cars. And obviously being Italy, you've got like Fiat Puntos, Fiat Unos, Fiat Coupes. Obviously, most of the cars are basically Italian, as you can imagine. It's going to be good fun, that. You heard me talking about Dominic earlier, who we were just waiting on to clear the track. He's entered into Street Weekend, which is basically a street race that's going to be happening here at Santa Pod Raceway on the 16th of June. You've got to have a road legal car. It's open to anyone, but obviously we're kind of concentrating on the front wheel drive cars that have entered for the weekend. As you can see, Carl Goldsmith Corrado on the photo there. He's moved his 20 valve turbo setup from his 9-second Golf into his Corrado. He's going to be coming to Santa Pod on the Friday, putting in a pass, loading up, driving 200 miles north to Melbourne Raceway in Yorkshire. There's a couple of stops on the way where you've got to stop by a couple of the event sponsors and basically check in, take a photo. We're not going to make it that easy. Otherwise, you literally leave Santa Pod, you get to the A1 and you do 3 hours of A1 driving. That's quite easy. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We're going to be sending cars across countryside and to go to the checkpoints. You're going to get to Melbourne Raceway on the Saturday, put in the pass in the morning as long as you're happy with it. You're going to load up, head back to Santa Pod Raceway. You can get, in fact, the earlier you can get to Santa Pod, you can sit down and chill and watch the Sportsman Nationals that is going on over that weekend. Or you can get a pass in on the Saturday, the Sunday. Oh, God. So many days. So, Santa Pod Friday, Melbourne Raceway Saturday, and Santa Pod Raceway on the Sunday. Again, obviously, you're putting that pass in on the Sunday. If you're happy with it, then you can sit down and watch the racing, or you can continue trying to put in passes in the slots. Again, I'm watching on the live stream. So if you're in the comments, good morning. Morning, Lawrence. Hopefully you got something sorted for your car. Sean Bradford, Z20 broke on the start line there, but oh, that's a quick Z20 though. It's an 11-second car. Nick Shotton, bring on door slammers. I've seen your entry in there. Good lad, good lad. Again, don't forget, we do have our draw for the V2 Pro helmet today at 1 o'clock. Always good to give out some safety gear to someone. And of course, I'll put the banner at the bottom about door slammers. You can get your tickets today and be our VIP. Right. Beep beep from the tractor is a good indication. We're back to racing. Now, padded through for a couple of minutes. What have we got coming up around the lanes? We've got Ross Page coming underneath the tower with, I don't know what engine. It used to be an 8-valve. It's going to be taking on a very nice BMW. We've got some of the Powerhouse chaps. What's that? Stu's here with the pink wheel. Cool. Good cars in the lanes coming up. Morning, Russ. Morning, Ian. Morning, Shannon. Hopefully everyone's doing good. Right, back to it. Well, the Escort getting all out of shape there. You can see quite a lot of coolant that come underneath the car. And stop with the Escort. Stop. Oh, he's still going. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever get anything like that and I can see that it's pouring coolant out, please stop on the track. Otherwise, while you think you're being helpful, clearing yourself off the quarter mile, you're basically creating a quarter mile of cleanup that we have now got to do in the Slick Tricks Racing. As long as that car keeps driving, we have got to clean up all the way. So please, if you ever get any incident like that, pull over to the side and stop so we can clean it in a short space. Otherwise, we got a long quarter mile. And the fact that he's still going all the way down. Well, go forth, get yourself a coffee, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be a while for us to clean up. That is a, what, 3/4 of a mile cleanup that we've now got to do. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but if you've got time to go and get a coffee. As you can see, the shoe goes at around about 5 miles an hour. Zoom. God damn it. Right. Anyway. So, a bit of a clean-up in the Slick Tricks Racing lane, unfortunately. Well, this is good. Look, I can even see where you're watching. So, Sean's watching on our YouTube channel. Loads of people watching on the Facebook channel. Don't forget, if you're sitting at home, this is live on YouTube as well. So, you can literally put it on your TV. Yep, there is a pink car in the lanes, Nigel. Anthony Mincher did a run. Yeah, it was like a 13-second pass. The launch was pretty good, but after that, I don't know whether he lost gears or what, but he was basically rolling from half track. Well, the good news is it is literally just water that's in the car, no coolant. So hopefully it won't take that long to clean up. Okay. Right then, back to it. Thankfully, that didn't take that long. Good morning if you're watching on our YouTube or our Facebook page. Give it a share for us. Let's see if we can get a few more people watching. Right, on to two wheels. Well, it's going to be a solo ride at the 8th mile doing 90 miles an hour. And our rider goes through with a 12.91 at 95 miles an hour. With that, we're back to two lanes. All right, next up, Kev Melling with Kawasaki H2. The 8th mile doing 127 miles an hour. And left off from Rolls through for 903 and 108 miles an hour. Lewis Lavender with the little Escort, now a 12 Escort Fiesta. Now a 12-second Fiesta. There's 196.64. Out in front of the man at the 8th mile doing 83 miles an hour. And today starts his day with a 13.23 at 92 miles an hour. Right, Stuart Hodgson with the Beetle taking on one of our courses. Course driving just feel like he's sitting still as Stuart flies by doing 103 at the 8th. And Stuart Hodgson starts his day with 11.05 at 100. Looking into the lanes, I can see Grant Moore coming down for his first run of the day. Dale Houston says, how's Alan getting on? Not seen him yet. He's out in the pit somewhere. All right, Steve Cowlin with the MG Midget, the yellow machine. Always a good follower of the Yam Yam Racing test days. Solo run. Oh, well, the little curtain that covers over most of the car flaps open and tears off. He's holding on by one. He's got one tab left. He's still on the car.
Yeah, no, I can say it's almost down at about 8 digits or so. Start right. So, come off that yellow car, it's probably down at between 1,000 foot and 8. On the screen or something like that. Might not want to take it over there.
It's the fabric cover that covers the passenger side. All right, that was lucky. Right, so we got. Oh, Dale Allen is around the corner. Okay, so solo run for the BMW. Okay, the pigeon is in the house. Grant Moore coming round for his first run of the day. He is one of our guaranteed entrants for the door slammers coming up in a couple of weeks here at Santa Pod Raceway.
Yeah, the boy at BMW heading back to you for about 300 miles an hour, mate. You could have a word. Okay, mate. Good, you got me.
So as the Evo sits on the line, Grant is away 165.60 foot. At the 8th mile, doing 103. This is going to be a good 10-second pass for Grant. 10.79 at 136. Alan Duffy underneath the tower. As you can see, no burnout. This is just going to be a nice, gentle 8-speed pass. Get it off the line. Put some power in the back end of the car. It was only last week that he received the message saying that the block was ready to be picked up. So this week he's built it all up. And got it back on track. BMW just in chase mode at the moment, but Alan is away. 139. So good 10-second pass to check out the car. Rapid Rattler Peugeot 205, second run of the day. mile. It's going to be another 11-second pass. Here's 11.76 at 118 miles an hour. Solo run for the BMW, 103 at the 8th, and goes through the quarter with an 11.61 at 129. Right, creeps forward. Right, the M5. You can hear all the tyres squealing. It goes 194.60 foot. The 8th mile doing 100 miles an hour. And goes through with an 11.56, 124 miles an hour. Okay, looking into the lanes, I can see Jake Frond around the corner with the V8 Golf. Mo Shabs is around there with the R32 GTR. We've got Craig Evans around the corner as well with his 9-second Vauxhall Corsa. Again, one of our vehicles that we're looking forward to seeing getting entered into the door slammers. Oh. Well, a nice gentle 1490 at 115 miles an hour. That starts today for Mohammed. Not something you see every day coming underneath the tower. That'll be Jake Fronda with the Nino 2.0. So Jake debuted this car a couple of weeks ago at the Festival of Power. Unfortunately, he's being told to shut it off. So it's going to be a solo run for the M2. Okay, Cows Waterhouse's second run of the day. A bit aggressive off the start line this time. At the 8th mile doing 73. And Cows goes through with a 15, 13 and 92 miles an hour. It's in its own movement. Wiggle down the track, doing 119 at the 8th, and Craig goes through with a 10.26. 152 miles an hour, though, really piling in the power at the back end of the track. Okay, all right. Back with it. Simon Duran's with the Skyline. One of our regular entrants in our sports compact shootouts. Taking on the Drift Series BMW. In fact, the Drift Smurf, as it's called. So Simon goes 171.60 for the 8th mile, doing 113, and goes through the quarter with a 10.10, 146 miles an hour. We've got around the corner, we've got Mr. Huxley. Darren Huxley coming around the corner. We've got some Outlaw Angler, some Nostalgic Superstock. Nostalgic Superstock coming up in a couple of weeks' time at the Festival of Power. What an entry! Side by side all the way. The Pop goes 11.67 and the Pontiac goes 12.63.
Paul, have you copied? Can you let the left lane know this one's going to be a sportsman tree?
Huh? He's happy with it.
No worries, it's just Darren's got sportsman on the back of his car.
Okay, right. So Darren Huxley of the famed Huxley family that raced here at Santa Pod Raceway. Taking on the Corsa. Second run of the day for the Corsa. Sportsman tree comes down. Nice. 0.6 on the tree. Dear Mr. Corsa driver, stop. Please stop. That was a deep breath. That was a deep. Yes, I see it. I see it all the way. All the way again.
Can't fucking turn up, fella. At least we're doing the water. Didn't realise he was leaking and he hasn't stopped either. I mean, water.
Okay, well, taste test comes through.
Yeah.
Okay, well, taste test come through. It is water. If you know the guy with the course, so tell him he's got no coolant left in his car and he's driven all the way back to the pits as well. Okay, so just bear with a second while we do a clean-up. Again, please. If you have any issues with your car, pull over to the side. Do not run the quarter mile. We're just going to do a little bit of clean-up in our Kestrel beer lane. So just bear with us. And I'll try and work out where the music's gone. Okay, so just a little bit of a clean up in our Kestrel beer lane. So just bear with us while we do this. Hopefully it won't take long. It's just water, no coolant in there. Again, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, European Football Driver, or our Facebook page, again, thank you very much. Give it a share. Well, hold off on the share at the moment. There'd be nothing worse than sharing it right now and someone seeing a Karcher cleaner. Who have we got in the comments? Let's see. Sean Proud. Has Yam or Scott ran yet? No. Negative to both. I'll tell you what, Scott started his car up in the pits and I couldn't see it at the time. Sounds lovely. Did not think that was going to be Scott's car when I heard that. And Ahmed, no, we haven't seen him yet. He was doing bits and bobs on the car, but as far as I know, he's good to go. So looking forward to seeing that going round. He literally says he's running 8s off the trailer. Adam Harper, as he said, hadn't been to run yet, but that was like a 14-second pass. Had some sort of issues at the back end of the track. Jimbo, good morning. How you doing? Bad habit. Yeah, we saw the A3 put in a pass very start of the morning. Was a little bit smoky, but it was a nice gentle pass for the first one. And Kaz has been out for 2 runs. The last one I remember seeing was a 15. Lee Connor, good morning. Happy birthday, Lee. Hope you're doing well. Sad we're not seeing you here. Hope everything goes well. Really wish I hadn't broke, else I would be there. Again, hopefully we see you get that car back together and maybe we see you at Door Slammers. I'm going to try. use my pen. Anyway, if you're hanging on in, well, you got 51 people still watching. Good morning. Hopefully you're doing well. Almost there with the track prep. As you can see, Santa Pod tractor going up and down. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, European Front Wheel Drive, please do the usual stuff, like and comment, and make sure you subscribe. We want to try and get as many subscribers as we can. We're trying to hit that 1,000 subscribers by the time we get to Door Slammers, so we can give all of our racers as much coverage as possible throughout the season. If you follow any of the racing from a couple of weeks ago at the Spring Speed Nationals, you'd have seen us with Terry Newton and the Escort van, who went down as quick as 9.18. That's what it was. He went 9.18. You can see the 3 videos throughout the weekend. You got day 1 qualifying, day 2 qualifying when he ran the European record for a front-wheel drive Ford, and then day 3 was eliminations day. Again, we'll be following all of the comp eliminator races at the Festival of Power in a couple of weeks' time here at Santa Pod Raceway. This time we have Terry Newton, we have Ahmed Jamshed, and we have Simon Crowley, front-wheel drive cars, all entered in comp eliminator. We'll be following them. Of course, we'll be here with the VW DRC next weekend, GTI Spring Festival. We have round 1 of VW DRC heads up. Festival of Power, we've got VW DRC as well. So it's going to be a busy few weeks. And then we've got our trip to Ravazzano in Italy coming up in May. So again, there'll be our I Visited video popping up after this live stream. Maybe check out some of our videos. Yeah. Back to it. So Martin Dainty back out with the Nova. Dropped a valve at the fast show. So it's good to see it rebuilt, back up and running. Goes 168.64. Got a bit of a mid-track weave as he's doing 118 and starts his day with a 10.12 at 145. Yes. Right. BMW M3 on slicks as well. Taking on the old V8 Ford. Back to the top. 12.25 at 110 to a 10.51 at 146 miles an hour. Well, it's been a while since we've seen David Edmonds with the Sylvia Phoenix. That is in the Slick Tricks Racing lane. This kit car is super fast. We've seen him many times on the Yam Yam Racing test days, dipping down into the 8s. So far, our fastest vehicle that's been on the drag strip is a 9.03. That was from one of our Nostalgia Pro Stock bikes. No car has yet to go in the single digits. Let's see if David could be the first one to kick off the day. Taking on the BMW. Waiting patiently in pre-stage. Just creeping it forward into full stage. You watch the power come in and the mid track as it drives. by the BMW, doing 117. In fact, BMW still gets their first, though, 1077 at 133 to a 1004 at 152. So we have got some very, very quick BMWs on site today. Oh, hello. Alex Lizarak underneath the tower. So underneath the tower right now is a single cab bay window, 4-tube chassis built by Raffles. It's got a powder big block rotor in the back. It runs on methanol fuel. So it's got all the goodies. Capable of running down into the low 9s. This will be Alex's first test pass of the year. That is the reigning 4-cylinder champion. Mid-track weave doing 119 miles an hour, and Alex starts the day with a 912, 149 miles an hour. Robin Murray, is this a test day? Yes, it is a test day. It's one of the Yam Yam Racing test days. We have 3 of them throughout the season. Again, check out Yam Yam Drag Racing Club on Facebook. You can find out the next few dates. Sambo says, has Simon Crowley run yet? No, not seen him yet. All right, continuing on. That's a lovely run, 118 at the 8th, and goes through with a 919 at 144 miles an hour. Scott goes through with a 1426. 105. Right back. Sambos. Simon is just round the corner. Dodge doing 98 at the 8th and goes through with an 11.03, 121. Wayne DeRose, another car we've not seen in an age. The Panic Scooby taking on this lovely Audi R8. Seems like, where's the power? Then it came in. Well, Wayne goes through the finish line with a 12.82 and 128. The Audi R8 goes through with a 16.15. Right, Simon Crowley. This is one of the vehicles talking about we're going to be seeing in Cop Eliminator in a couple of weeks' time at the Festival of Power. He's taking on one of our super fast Nissan Skyline GTRs. Simon going through his first season checkout pass. Meanwhile, the GTR goes through with a 10.26 at 143 miles an hour. 404. Brad Morgan.
The last car that came in that was smoking is left a very fine trail of oil. You might want to check the end of the track. Over the end. Right down lane.
Okay. Well, as Wayne went through the finish line, I did see a puff of smoke. So they're just going to check the track in the right-hand lane beyond the finish line, as he had a little bit of oil coming out of the car as he went around the corner. So just bear with us 2 seconds while we do a quick check. Better be safe than sorry. Scott's round the corner as well. John Walden said, what is a V2 Pro helmet raffle? Well, basically started back in lockdown. We started doing raffles to help a couple of companies, and we basically continued them on. Each month we do a different raffle. This month we have got a V2 Pro helmet, which is a great helmet to get people started. It's got your hands device posts. Those tickets are all sold out. We'll be doing the draw at 1 o'clock today. So that's coming up in an hour's time. So if you haven't got a ticket, don't worry, you missed it. And then just started today, we've got our door slammers raffle. Basically, we're supporting Santa Pod Raceway and the front wheel drive class again this year. You can get your ticket for £10. There's unlimited tickets. And when it comes to, I believe it is the 11th of May, we'll do the draw, which is the day before entries close for the door slammers, and also the day before advanced tickets sales end as well. So just in case people are holding off to wait and see if they win, then it gives you a day to get your tickets still. But the main thing is the winner will get a VIP treatment at Santa Pod Raceway from European Front Wheel Drive. We'll give you 2 weekend tickets, give you 2 seats up in the VIP grandstand. We'll kit you out with new caps, T-shirts, some lanyards and stickers. And then also you get to choose one of the racers to get a free door slammers entry, i.e. if someone has already entered the door slammers front wheel drive class, you can say, right, I like this person, I'm going to give them their entry free back. Or if you're a racer yourself and you've already entered, we'll just reimburse you the money that you've paid for your entry. Or maybe you've got a car and you hadn't yet entered. It gives you 1 day to get your entry in. Those tickets are available. They're £10, and you can find the link again on our Facebook page. Hit the shop now link, and that will take you over to the European Front Wheel Drive shop, where you can get all sorts of T-shirts, hoodies, stickers. Most people know the range, but since we're going live on YouTube, maybe some new people have come along and seen them. Obviously, we've got the European Front Wheel Drive Seconds Club, 12 all the way down to 8. 9 and 8 second clubs, you've got to have run the time to be able to order those t-shirts. And then we've got our full range of other fun t-shirts that we've made, and you see loads of people wearing them around Santa Pod and tracks all around Europe. So a couple of minutes, we've got a bit of a clean up to do beyond the finish line, so use this time to go to YouTube channel European Front Wheel Drives, hit the subscribe button for me, maybe hit the like, put some comments in there. At the moment, while we've got a bit of downtime, I'm looking at the iPad, so if you want to comment, I can chat away with you to pass the time. Okay, right, so we've got a bit of an oil down to clean up in the Slick Tricks racing lane, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this broadcast. It gives my iPad a chance to get some charge in it, because obviously I need some charge to be able to do the draw at 1 o'clock. So just keep an eye. Make sure you've subscribed to our YouTube channel and hit the notifications. Hopefully this will take 5 or 10 minutes and we'll be back up and running, but it's just 5 or 10 minutes my iPad can be charging instead of just draining at the moment. So click subscribe on YouTube. If you're on European Front Wheel Drive Facebook page, hopefully you've already clicked like and hit the notification, and we'll come live again as soon as racing starts here at Santa Pod Raceway. Again, go forth, use this time to subscribe, go to the shop link I've just posted on European Front Wheel Drive Facebook page. Go and buy yourself your raffle tickets to be our VIP at Door Slammers 2023.